Sweet. Alright, so I had coffee this morning too. Okay, this video topic, this could make you never want to work out again.
When we have a good time, problems we don't feel them.
Boom! Cool. So this video topic today is something I'm very passionate about, as it's something that I have recently grown out of, so to speak, over the last 3 to 5 years. I'm 25 now, which means I finished up college about 3 years ago. What are you talking about, John? What can make me ever want to stop working out? No way. I love working out. I love what it does for me. I love my results. This is what I mean by this video topic. If you work out to get a physique, which most of us do, and let's be honest, even those guys who are like, yeah, I'm a man of character, I know that's so vain, it doesn't matter. If you were given the choice to either just literally not have to work out a day in your life, just be naturally healthy and look a certain way, what option would you take? Option A, would you choose, if you had free will, to just say, yeah, A or B, would you choose the physique that is aesthetic and chiseled with no effort, or would you choose the physique that is just not aesthetic at all and over, like, pure belly? Option A and B will yield that you'll have a healthy life. Like, you'd say you're granted a wish. But would you choose A or B? B being the good physique. Everybody's gonna choose B. I don't care if you're like, oh, I don't think it's important, it's vain. You're gonna choose B. Just be real, right? So we'll all choose B, even if we know it's vain, so to speak. So here's why I made this video topic. The 2 reasons that this video could make you not want to work out ever again in your life depends on your motivation. 1, you can't monetize lifting. Simple as that. Oh, yes, I can do me. You can't monetize lifting. What that means is, monetize, you can't bring money from lifting unless you're a professional competitor. Even the guys who are at the top level, like Sadiq and Phil Heath and all those. Phil Heath sold out, no hate, but you know, he's at the top level of any kind of fitness, bodybuilding type of career, and all he has to show for it is a case of trophies and a big house, you know, on deck. Professional athletes in like NFL, all those other arenas like MLB, they're all much more well off. Well, not all, but a lot of them. Like, it's just a more rewarding career. Bodybuilding is still looked at with a total distaste in the majority of our culture. So there's no way to really monetize lifting. Now, number 2 is girls don't care about your physique. I said it, okay? The girls that have a good character, girls that have their head on right, don't care about your physique. Now, to an extent, they care that you care about your own health, absolutely. But girls don't care even if you have no six-pack, not a good physique, just a square box. You're healthy, you don't lift weights, maybe you're a healthy guy, but you're not, like, you don't have an aesthetic physique. Girls don't care. Girls don't care. I don't care if you're and you're like, yeah, they do, they love my abs, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Do you want the girl you end up being with to be somebody who likes you for your body? Think about that for a sec, for real. And if this is getting too deep for you, then that reflects that, yeah, you're probably going to end up stop lifting one day. Now, let me get to the real reasons that I will never stop lifting. And you probably won't either if you're in it for the right reasons. One is, like, let me ask you this. If what I just said demotivates you to a level that's just like, oh man, that's true, or ugh, then it's something you needed to hear, because I needed to hear it. I was watching a video from Universal Nutrition. It was an animal pack video, and there was a gentleman on there who's a very strong lifter. He was probably about 40 at the time, a great guy, man of character. And he was talking on this video, and he was just talking to the interview in the camera, and he's like, you know, I was in college, mind you, when I watched this video, and he's like, you can't monetize lifting. And I was just like, whoa. I was like, boom, right? And again, a lot of you guys probably be like, well, yeah, you can, and why does that matter? True, why does it matter? It doesn't. But when you spend all of your fixating goals and your energy on, I want to build a physique, or I want to up my numbers, or what have you in regards to lifting, no hate, that's great, you know, it is awesome to do that. However, there's no way to monetize that. You need to channel some of that energy, in my opinion, to other things in your life that matter and will make a lasting impact, other than your physique looking awesome or your numbers being better than A, B, and C guy. For what? You know, your joints are going to hurt worse when you're older. Hate to break it to you, dude. No hate. So again, the reason I'm making this video is for people like myself who a few years back, I was so fixated on my goals in the gym because it was one of the only areas in my life at the time that I really saw progress consistently, and it was my doing for the most part, at least I felt. So I was very much motivated by the momentum that I would see, the consistent, slow, steady progress from lifting. And I very much condone that. That's a great thing to put your energy into, and it's a great thing to stay strong with and stay dedicated to. It teaches you discipline, work ethic like no other. It builds your warrior. It's just something that it will change your life. It will boost your confidence. It will regulate your hormones. It will give you a better physique. It will improve your posture. It will help your spine health. Helping your spine health will help your overall health. Your body will be in a consistent state of a better metabolism, because everything is better, right? When you weightlift, this is all opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. You can't monetize it, and girls don't care. Once you realize those two things, then you can get to the true motivation as to why you lift, like some of the reasons I was just naming. Lifting is awesome. Being fit is awesome. I believe it's very important. I believe it's our duty to be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be on earth to the glory of God. That's what I believe. I have total utter conviction about that, so I will always lift. You know, if I'm able to, I'm going to keep lifting. Now, with that being said, I've readjusted some of my personal goals, and take this with a grain of salt. I'm only sharing this so that maybe you guys can get something from this as well if you're in a similar area in your life. I stopped really training for numbers. I've also stopped training for real size. Honestly, just due to where I am in life and everything like that. I still train. I train wicked hard. I have insane work ethic in the gym. I stay very focused when I'm in the gym. However, I'm not in there just to be like, okay, in 2 months I'm gonna hit this goal of whatever. And if you are, that's awesome, and I can encourage you to keep going with that. That's terrific, and I think it's awesome to set goals and achieve them. And I do have goals in the gym, but I'm at a place now where I'm very comfortable with my physique. I'm very comfortable with my level of weights that I'm lifting and how I'm lifting. Let me go ahead and give you some reason why I have a place to say this, is because I worked as a certified spinal rehabilitation specialist at a premier chiropractor and wellness center, and I was the manager of that wellness center as well for a time. Now, what I'm saying is, when I was there, I gained a lot of valuable information, specifically from the doctor, best chiropractor in the world, in my opinion. What I'm saying is, I learned a lot there, and one of the biggest things is that so your spinal health is more important than your body's health. Like, everything from the spine out goes down in value, so to speak. So your brain, your spinal column is all, and the reason is because everything else is controlled from that. It's all controlled from that. Your bladder, your appetite, your everything, like everything is controlled from that. So if you have poor spine health, you have poor health, period, and you have to maintain that spinal health. Big spinal compressions, guys. If you see my X-rays, which I have my CD on my desk over here with my 2 X-ray CDs. Problem is, it won't upload or let me download it just because the program that the CD is. But I was gonna post them on here so you could see. I have a kink in my T4 and T5, which is the thoracic spine, like right about this level of the upper back, right up there. So I have a total kink. So like, let's say this is your spinal column like this. Mine right in that area are kind of like this. And so what that does is these nerves come out and control the heart, lungs, some of your pancreas, all that stuff. And when that gets jacked up, that's bad. I also have an issue on my lower thoracic down here where this one dips in. Like, this is, like, let's say this is the spinal column. This one here, like around T12, kind of sits farther in, which is very bad because it can keep sinking in. So I have to work on these things. I go to the chiropractor consistently, and I do traction, which is where you stretch your own spine. My point in saying all that is, a lot of that came from sloppy lifting. A lot of that came from sports. I was a pole vaulter, and when you pole vault, imagine I'm running down the lane, and then I start lifting the pole up overhead as I'm getting towards the pit. I jump and plant the pole into the pole vault pit. You go in and you jump and you stick it, and when you stick it into the ground while you're running full sprint, then all that force is jammed up into here, and so it pulls unevenly on your arm and your shoulder and your spine. And I don't think I realized it at the time, but it probably messed up my spine pretty bad. Additionally, my left leg is like a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inches shorter than my right. So my hips sit like this, and when your hips sit like this, then your spine and the low back's gonna curve, and then your upper back is all linked. So your upper back's gonna get some of that too. And I was actually standing kind of like this. And so with the corrections of the chiropractic care and traction and all that, which is very, very much crucial to your health and well-being, is healing itself. Now it's still an issue, but I'm working on it. Focusing now on higher volume, slower reps, contracting more, working a little bit. I want to say I'm getting into mobility more, but I want another 5-6 years. If I don't get into mobility by then, I'm going to really start feeling pretty tight. But as a young guy, we can still kind of get by with that. I'm very passionate about this subject, as you can tell. So I'm focused so much now on form, to where I've always been about good form. However, I don't do deadlifts much at all anymore. I don't do squats anymore, because when you put that bar on your back, you're compressing your upper back and you're compressing your spine. Guys, when you see these X-rays that I saw when I was working as a rehab specialist, you get horrified. You will literally get scared, and you will really realize, wow, that's bad. Literally, when you're putting that bar across your back like that with, like, 200 up in weight. I used to squat over 300 pounds, which isn't great, but it's good for my body weight, and I'm a tall guy. And so, like, I get it. I love squatting. It's like the best thing, and I believe if done correctly, you can do it and not hurt your back. However, let's say you're squatting 300 plus, you put it on your back. What do you think's happening in your spine? It might not hurt at the moment, but there's some serious disc compression happening, and that's going to, over time, potentially, unless you're lifting absolutely perfectly and maintaining that fluidity in the disc space, then you could have some serious issues. But when you see X-rays of people's backs that are squished and mangled and stretched and kinked, you start to see, wow, do I really care more about a number, or more about if I'm gonna have a heart attack when I'm 40 because the nerve coming out of my spine at this level is jacked up, because it hasn't been able to have healthy nerve flow? And I kid you not, guys, it is so interrelated that I've gotten to where I have a bodily self-awareness. Like, if I get my neck adjusted here, like, he fixes something back there that was out of alignment, and you instantly have better range of motion, more thought clarity, and whatever that nerve was going to, like, for example, the other week I got adjusted up in the lower neck and upper back area, and I didn't realize, but I was going like this a lot. And I was having kind of trouble getting full deep breaths. And after that, it helped, and it was the nerve going to the heart and lungs, just like that. So it's very serious, guys. But anyway, that's enough about that. I wanted to share this because I know there's some young guys out there who kind of just have a willy-nilly. They don't care. They just want the number. They want the bigger, thicker back, the better physique than that they have now. So I get it. I'm not knocking that. And great. It's a better hobby than going out and drinking and carousing and just wrecking your life and stacking up credit card debt. So it's a good thing to do, but just be really careful and enjoy it. Also, what I've noticed is, with me working out the way I am now, higher volume, slower repetitions, more focus on keeping the muscle contracted, the whole range of motion, better stretches, all that stuff, I'm actually noticing more growth, and it's more aesthetic growth as well. And I feel more energized all the time because I'm not pounding my nervous system all the time. Just pre-workout, fake caffeine drains the central nervous system, and then you just smash your peripheral nervous system in the gym, and you smash your central nervous system with the heavy, heavy compound lifts. When you're not doing that so much and you're focusing more on just getting a thorough exercise workout, your heart's pounding, you are sweating, you are getting a good workout, and your muscles fill with blood. When you do those consistently, that's so much more rewarding, and you actually grow more. I'm not going to say you're going to grow as much as if you were doing, like, heavy squats and heavy deadlifts, because those really stimulate a lot of hormonal secretion of especially testosterone. But you will grow, you'll feel more healthy, you'll have a better posture, you can use less weight and just focus on a more full range of motion with some stretching and some pressing. It's very rewarding. That is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to please like this video. Thank you so much for watching again, and I really appreciate your viewership and your time. I respect it and I value it. Also, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and share this video with anybody who could use this video. Maybe you're thinking of someone right now in the back of your head that could really benefit from hearing what I just said. Go ahead and share this video. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos in the future.
My dream is simple, be a voice to the unheard, and change the game with every lyric wrote in every word. In an industry looking more like politics, used to hear a teacher say I was just a problem kid, the kid with ADD that somehow made it by. Used to never speak my mind, now I let my lyrics fly, and I've been rethinking life and everything that I live. There's more to life than a 9 to 5. I get married, then I die. I've got too much potential to be content with getting by while you were worried about a social life. I just got my focus right, locked inside.